And women, ladies, they engaged in the house. How we doing? How is work? How is the family? It's Funke Shobowale. Like you know, a women thing. The truth is, the men are actually after me now. After 2 days of program, men had called me. Why is it all about women? Why is it all about women? Is it only women? But I had to tell them that men has actually been in this sector. So we want more women to come and join me, to come and join me. But men are allowed to also come into, like I said, you can call me, chat me up, let's do business together. Okay, women, ladies, the engaged that was on the program. Well, thank you, Mr. Shongotola Olufemi. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. Thank you so much. Okay, like I said on Tuesday, I know something would have happened to us as a woman, as a lady, as engaged, the entrepreneur, both in Lagos and Nigeria, and women in the diaspora. I know something would have happened to us about our thinking. When you hear real estate investment, you're not like, it's not usually the way you used to think before. Before that, you say, oh no, I'm not interested. No, my husband is not buying. You're thinking of vacation. I know something would have happened. I'm sure something would have happened to us. So today, let me just go straight to the topic of today. Now that our orientation, understand the aspect I'm coming from when it comes to real estate investments. The topic for today says, what makes real estate investment one of the most secured and accountable future investments so far? What comes to your mind when you hear real estate investment? What exactly do you think of? Is it just, oh, monile, wahala, trouble here, trouble here? What exactly comes to your mind? And when you hear real estate investment, it encompasses a lot. Most of us, the shop that we are in right now, that we're using for our businesses, is one of somebody's real estate investment. The house you're living in that you're paying rent on is somebody's real estate investment. Oh, thank you, Devola, for joining me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You understand what I'm saying? The schools that our children attend is somebody's real estate investment. The hotels that here and there is somebody's real estate investment. The complexes that you see is somebody's real estate investment. So when you hear real estate investment, it's not just I'm buying land, I just want those we that are in the sector ourselves, that we have estates here and there, is also our own real estate investment. And at the end of the day, what that is taking care of is taking care of our future, taking care of children's future. We are managing our husband's money well. We are investing it in the right channel and all that. So let's go to the topic right now. I say, what makes real estate investment one of the most secured and accountable futuristic investment so far? Okay, what's the definition of real estate itself? What when you hear real estate, what comes to your mind? When you hear real estate, it refers to land. It also refers to physical properties, like I explained, physical properties on those land that you see. The houses that somebody has built to let out, the houses that somebody is selling. Those are just real estates. Those are just real estate properties. When you hear real estate, is also property that comprises of land and the building. It is as well as natural resources of the land. Even the mortuary that you see, government collects money when you go bury somebody there. It's also a real estate investment. So anytime you think of real estate is also an imperishable asset. What do I mean by imperishable assets? It means it cannot disappear. It cannot be destroyed. You understand? It cannot disappear. It cannot be destroyed. If somebody has a house today and that person drops dead today, that house will not follow the person to the grave. The house belongs to the children or the wife or whoever is taking over, but the property still remains. So when we hear of real estate investments, it's talking about the house you live in is somebody's real estate investment, like I said so far. So real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. It cannot be lost. You can only lose it when you don't get the right land from the right seller or the buyer, you know, and you can also lose it when you don't do proper documentation. You understand? So that's what it entails. Then also real estate investment also is also determined by the location. You know, it's the location that determines the short term and the long term. Then some people will also say, oh, real estate is for the rich, it's not for me. I'm a pepper seller, I'm a granite seller, I'm a makeup artist. Real estate is for the low class, the middle class, the upper class. You can start from the little. In fact, you'll be amazed with the little you can start with. You can start from anywhere. That your small 15,000 that you are contributing every month. In fact, there's this adage that says a poor man stores money in the bank and remains poor. And that's the truth. What interest does bank pay you? Unlike when you bring down money and you invest it in real, and the rich gets richer, because what they do is they save little and put the rest in investment to multiply it. You understand? I'm not saying saving money in the bank is not good. I didn't say so. But what I'm saying is save little and invest many. Do we all understand what I'm saying? Oh, Chikodi, thanks for joining me. Pastor Paul Adini, my mentor, my father, thanks for joining me. Then Abosede Benson, my sweet friend from secondary school, thanks for joining me. So as I was saying, so it goes far beyond, it's far beyond than what we used to think. In fact, real estate investment is something that when you buy today, especially in all those underdeveloped areas, you know, some people will say, oh, that place is not developed. Yes, it's not developed there, but come 2 years, 3 years. Okay, for instance, the Ibejuleki that we are shouting today, the Ibejuleki that Dangote has gone to the biggest refinery in the whole of Africa. Place used to be bush. In fact, when I hear of Ibejuleki, I used to think, oh, Ibejuleki is in one dead hand. But look at what Ibejuleki is right now. Is now a gold. In fact, gold walking on the street. That is what Ibejuleki is right now. Even the government is even channeling most of their resources in that axis. Maybe we don't know. Ibejuleki axis now, as we speak, the new international airport is coming on there. The new seaport is coming on there. Dangote refinery. We have the free trade zone that will bring in most investors from outside the country to invest there. So it's alert. That's why I said it's one of the most secured. So secured, especially when you get from the right source. And that is why I am here to tell you how to go about it, what to do, how to do it, what location. Let me go on with my talking about the topic. Real estate investment is one of the most secured and accountable futuristic investments so far. Okay, real estate investment is a futuristic investment that your children will reap. Your children, in fact, from generation to generation to generation. For instance, the houses we are living in, some of us, I'm sure our landlords, our landladies inherit those houses from their father, from their mother, you know, and they are still there collecting rent on them. Oh, Mr. Olabisi, thanks for joining me. They're still collecting rent. And in fact, sometimes, once there is inflation in the country, the property definitely go high because your own living, your expenses itself goes up. That's why you see landlords come, oh, Mr. Tunji, the rent is no longer 300, it's now 400. The truth is, you would just, even if you beg for something, there's an interest on it already. That's good money. Good money. And you know, I said that we have short term and we have long term. The short term is when you build blocks of flats, you let it out, you collect money, you could do 6 months, you could do a year. And the short term aspect is also when you build shops and let it out. We have people that on their shops, they collect money monthly. Okay, on this island, there was a woman I met last week. Our shop is just on this island. Immediately after Island Roundabout, she bought the whole of that building. And guess what she did with it? She demarcated it. The up aspect of it, she rented it out for a fashion show company. The down part of it, by the left hand, she is selling her clothes, and by the right hand side, she opened a very unisex salon. And we have people come in there. Oh, you know how to do hair. You have your customers. There's just a small table, like a cubicle for each person, and they pay her monthly. In fact, she's living large. She does not know anything about hair. Do you get what I'm saying? She does not know anything about hair. She does not even know what it means to plait hair. But she's collecting good money from those that are plaiting hair. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not just about the now. And the long-term aspect of it is for those of us that are investing in Ibejulekina. Oh, Taiwo Okola, thanks for coming. Oh, Etim, thanks for joining me. Okay, the long-term now is when you buy in all those underdeveloped areas that, oh, in the next 3 years, in fact, in the next 2 years, for instance, Ibejulekina, once Dangote starts the refinery come 2019, write it down today. You will not get land in that axis. In fact, you will not get land worth 100,000, 700,000, no, that will be past. The lands you'll be getting from 2019, say 10 million upwards. Even as we speak now, we still have some people sell their land for 7 million. We have in the Ibejuleki axis, we have land of 7 million. We have for 6 million. We have for 5 million. We have for 4 million. And 2 years back, they bought it at a rate of 1 million, 2 million. Some people bought for 500,000. So that's the way it flows. You understand what I'm saying? Women, stop keeping your money in the bank. Another disadvantage of keeping your money in the bank is the fact that, okay, you are hiding the money from your husband. You call it my personal savings. Nobody knows about it. You only know about it. Okay, what happens if the unforeseen circumstances happens today? God forbid. You die today, what happens? That money automatically, because you've not told your husband is not aware, your sister, your children are not even aware, you didn't tell anybody about it. What it means is you've made the bank richer. You've made the GMD of that bank richer because that money automatically belongs to the bank. But in a situation whereby that money, the lump sum part of it, the 80% part of it, bring it and invest it in real estate. At the point of investing it, your documentation, it's either your husband or your children's name that will be on it. So it's not lost. You have made good profit. And that money that you have invested in real estate will keep giving you money every season, every time. So all those your vacation that you're afraid of, oh, December is coming, most of us wants to travel, we still pick money from our job, our monthly paid job, we still pick money from them. It's not really nice, it's not really advisable. Let your investments pay your bills. Your investment can pay your bills. You have 5 million and you're keeping it in the bank. Oh my God. If you keep that money in the bank from January to December, I'm not sure you will get up to 2 million interest on it. But if you bring that money from January, you buy a plot of land in a developed area, and along the line you got more money to build it, at least, even if it's just shops, and you rent it out, by December you'll be smiling. By December, you can analyze what you want to do the money for. These are raw money. We don't need to do shady things to get money. We don't need to do shady things to get richer. We could get richer on a platter of gold with real estate investments. Am I making sense? Okay, Kemi, thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you. Okay, real estate location also is very key. The location also is very, very key. You don't just buy land. We don't just buy because somebody is giving you an offer somewhere and you expect the returns to come instantly. No. You have to sit and think of what exactly do I need this money for? When do I need it? What exactly do I want to do with it? If, for instance, you have a business that you're doing and you need money to settle that business every six months, I will advise that you just come, let's talk. If you want to get returns on a 6-month basis, we'll talk. So real estate investments, accountability is key. The future aspect of it is key. Let your investment pay your bills. Yes, Chidema, that's the word. Let your investment pay your bills. Okay. Also, you can also, the second aspect, the benefits of investing in real estate, provide investors with long-term financial security. Okay, I'm not good. Okay, maybe some of you are thinking, no, I'm not good at real estate. Okay, I don't even want to go into this real estate thing. I'm actually watching my time because I don't want to take most people's time. I just have 20 minutes to round up this. Okay, you want your money to work for you. You could call me, let's talk. Like I said, I don't want to be selfish. The vision of this is to have more women on board. Men are already killing me right now as I speak. In fact, since Tuesday, I've been receiving calls from guys like, forget, what do you mean? But I told them, well, we've had enough of men in this sector. I just need more women. I need more women. Call me, ask me your questions, tell me your fears. And some of us, that I told you earlier on Tuesday, have we gone back to our husband that you've driven off? Have you gone back to him to sweetly, romancely ask him questions about his investment, especially real estate, so that you can secure the future of your children, the beautiful future, the beautiful picture and future that you want for your children? It can be achievable with real estate investment. Very, very achievable, comfortable on a platter of gold. Comfortable, achievable on a platter of gold. You want your children to school in UK, you want them to do their masters in UK, in the next 2 years, next 3 years, you're looking at your son in the UK today at the best university in the UK. You can plan it now. You could get a land now. I will tell you where you buy land now. If you can buy house, I'll tell you where you can buy now. That in the next 2 years, you have more than enough to foot that bill. I mean, more than enough that your son will even be praying for you. And all their prayer will be, Mom, Dad, God bless you. So women, ladies, I want us to wake up. I want us to wake up. I want us to wake up. It is high time for us to take this bold step. All our fears is just by the way. I mentioned it at my last presentation. I said, even the food we eat, it is risk. The food we eat, the food we eat. We don't know what processing they have done before the finished products. So take that risk. Oh, I sell pepper. Yes, come, let's talk. We have real estate firm, and do you know, I tell people that if you know that you cannot go on your own to buy from a Monile, buy in estate firm. We have reliable real estate firm all over in Lagos. Housing deficit is still there. It is still there. So it can still accommodate all of us, all of us, all of us. I'm looking at the end of, because I'm going to do this for a month. After a month, you're going to pay for it. Yes, because I actually paid as well. You understand? I paid my way for it too as well. You're gonna pay for it, but now it's still free. Come and let us rub minds together. Olori Afolake Akiwumi, thanks for joining me. Yemisi Owoye, thanks for joining me. And my wonderful CEO, thanks for joining me. You understand what I'm saying? Come, let's rub minds together. That your 1 million could do a lot of things. That your 2 million could do a lot of things. That your 3 million could do a lot of things. If you look at offices now, their offices, their rooms are not very gigantic down like we used to know anymore. It's not, because everybody now has this belief that, oh, if I make it a little bit smaller and it's all ensured, somebody will take it. You understand what I'm saying? So real estate investment is one of the most secured, in fact, the most reliable, secured investment I can ever think of. If you feel, okay, I'm into makeup, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. We have so many makeup artists. And how many people does makeup? Sweethearts, the makeup you're seeing on me, I'm not a makeup person, but I just have to wear it. But for real estate, everybody needs a home. Everybody needs a house. Everybody needs shelter. What are the three basic things for human? We have the food, we have the shelter, and we have the clothing. So I would like our, oh, my wonderful, sweet mom-in-law, thanks for joining me. And Tosin, thanks for joining me. God bless you. Thanks for joining me. So I want more women to come on board. Let's come on board. Let's rub minds together. You can come in as an investor. I mentioned it earlier. For those that are just joining me, I just want to quickly repeat what I've said because my time is up. I just want to quickly repeat what I've said. You have more money somewhere. Stop keeping your money in the bank. Save little and invest more. Save little and invest more. It pays at the long run. Okay, in fact, one of my big mommy that just joined me now, I knew what she did with her property. And she got more money. I knew what her husband did with the property they've got somewhere. I knew when they sold it. Oh, my timekeeper, thank you. I knew when they sold it. I knew how much they got in return. I knew how much they bought it. So it's actually the most secured and beautiful investment, comfortable, reliable, accessible investment you can think of. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me. Thanks for the encouragement so far. It's been wonderful. Your views will go a long way. You come, the little 20 minutes you're going to spend, I'm sure you're going to get something. Please help me share the videos. You never can tell, you might be helping somebody that is at the verge of making a wrong decision. You might be helping somebody. Help me share it. We'll be here again. I will be here again on Tuesday, next week Tuesday, same time, 12:30. Oh, Kadri, thanks for joining me. 12:30 Tuesday, Thursday, 12:30 as well. I remain Funke Shobowale. Catch ya. Women, up us women, up women. See you next week Tuesday, same time. Bye.